I bet you want to grow your business. I mean, everyone does. More jobs, bigger projects, higher revenue, that's a dream, right? But here's the part nobody talks about. Growth can actually destroy your business if you're not ready for it. Sounds dramatic, but I've seen it happen over and over again. A contractor lands a few big projects, thinks they're made it, and before they know it, they're drowning in delays, cash flow issues, and client complaints. Instead of success, they're stuck working twice as hard for half the money. So today we're talking about why growing too fast can break your business and how to scale the right way. There's a proven method that can help you grow without running yourself into the ground, and it's called the theory of constraints. While it sounds a little intimidating, I am going to explain it to you as simply as I can so you can apply this to your own business. Why growth can break your construction business? Well, most people think growth is a straight path. More revenue equals more success. But the reality is that growth exposes your biggest weaknesses. The cracks in your business that you could get away with before, they start turning into full-blown disasters. Let's break down the top reasons construction companies struggle when they try to scale. First, the cash flow crunch. Taking on more projects sounds great on paper. More revenue, more clients, more visibility. But in reality, every new job you accept comes with a financial burden before you ever see a dime of profit. Let's say you land a $500,000 project. That's exciting, right? But before you even step foot on site, you need to front tens of thousands of dollars for materials, pay deposits to subcontractors, and cover permit fees if you work with banks. Meanwhile, your crew still expects their weekly paycheck. But here's the problem. Your client isn't paying you upfront for the full project costs. Most likely, they are paying in stages. And if they're slow to release payment, or the banks are, you're stuck funding the entire project out of your own pocket. Now imagine you take on 5 of these projects at once. You might have $2.5 million in revenue on paper, but in your cash flow isn't steady. You could be scrambling just to make payroll. This is why many contractors seem to be doing well, yet still struggle to pay themselves consistently. A common mistake I see is relying too much on credit to cover these upfront costs. Business owners max out their credit lines, thinking the project payments will catch up. But when clients delay payments, or worse, disputes arise, you're stuck paying interest on borrowed money, watching your margins disappear. The solution? Get control of your cash flow before you scale. Set strict payment schedules in your contracts, requiring deposits before any work starts. Use progress billing to ensure you're not waiting months to get paid. And most importantly, build a cash reserve so you're never one slow paying client away from disaster. The last reserve could be securing a line of credit with very favorable terms. Second is hiring the wrong people. When business starts booming and you are drowning in work, the natural instinct is to hire fast. You need more hands on deck, more boots on the ground, more people to handle the workload. But here's where most construction business owners get it wrong. Hiring fast without a plan is a guaranteed way to burn cash and slow yourself down. Imagine this. You win a few big projects and scramble to bring on 5 new workers. You don't have the time to properly vet them, so you rely on quick interviews and a gut feeling. Oh boy, 3 weeks in, you realize 2 of them lack the necessary skills. Another constantly misses deadlines, and one keeps making costly mistakes that require rework. Not only are you paying these people, but now your best workers are picking up the slack, productivity is tanking, and customer satisfaction is dropping. A bad hire doesn't just cost you their wages, it costs you time, materials, and trust. Clients start questioning your quality, and suddenly you're losing money on projects that should have been profitable. And the worst part, if you fire them and start over, you're back at square one, scrambling for replacements while work keeps piling up. So the fix: hire strategically, not reactively. Before hiring, define the exact roles you need and set clear skill requirements. Develop a structured onboarding process so new hires don't just jump in blind. They understand your systems, expectations, and workflow from day one. And if you can hire slow and train well, one well-trained worker who fits your business is worth more than 5 who don't. The first step is to build a talent pipeline before you're desperate for workers. Investing in trade schools, apprenticeship program, and employee retention strategies, now they will pay off in a big way in the long run. Here's how to actually get started with creating your own apprenticeship program so you're not left scrambling when you need skilled workers the most. First, partner with local high schools, trade schools, or community colleges. Talk to their career counselors or administrators to set up direct relationships. You can offer students a clear, hands-on path straight from school into a job at your company where they learn real-world skills right on site. Next, work closely with your experienced team members to design the training. Choose a few of your best people, those who understand your business inside and out, and have them teach the new people. Create a step-by-step plan that clearly outlines what they will learn, like framing, plumbing, electrical, or whatever special skills your company needs. Also, make sure you offer competitive incentives to attract the right people. Pay a fair wage, offer clear opportunities to advance, and provide ongoing mentorship. They need to know exactly how long training lasts, that they'll learn, and what they're going to do along the way. When they see clear opportunities for growth and solid paychecks, they stick around and become your long-term skilled workers. Lastly, don't overlook the power of retention. When these new people finish the training, continue supporting their career growth with further training opportunities and regular performance check-ins. Remember, you've invested time and money into developing their skills, so keeping them motivated and loyal will pay off. Next one is overpromising and underdelivering. Winning bigger projects is exciting. I mean, who doesn't get excited with one new project or client, one after another? It means more revenue, more credibility, and a chance to scale your business. But here's the trap too many contractors fall into, saying yes to everything without making sure they can actually deliver. Picture this, you land a massive commercial build, your biggest contract yet. The client is trusting you to get it done on time and within budget. But as work starts, really hits, you're short on workers, materials are delayed, and your subcontractors are juggling other jobs. Suddenly, you are pushing back deadlines, cutting corners to stay on track, and dealing with an unhappy client who expected a seamless process. In construction, your reputation is everything. One blown deadline or moved project doesn't just cost you that job, it spreads. Word gets around fast in this industry, and before you know it, other potential clients are second guessing whether you can handle their projects. So how do you avoid this? Only take on what your systems can handle. Before you sign that contract, ask yourself, do I have enough workers to get this done without stretching my team too thin? Have I secured the materials, or am I gambling on last minute availability? Do I have clear workflows and processes to handle a project of this size? If the answer is a strong yes, you need to either build the right system first or adjust your proposal to match what you can deliver. Growth is great, but not if it wrecks your reputation in the process. Operational chaos. Scaling a construction business isn't just about taking on more projects, it's about making sure that your operations can handle the workload. Just to add to the previous one, the biggest mistake construction companies make, thinking they can just figure it out as they go. That works when you're small, but when you scale, the cracks in your processes start to show, and they get expensive. Missed deadlines lead to penalties, disorganized invoices, delays your payments, and without a clear scheduling system, your labor costs skyrocket because you are constantly reacting instead of planning ahead. So how do you prevent this? You need better systems before you grow. For example, use project management software. Stop relying on memory and paper checklists. Track schedules, budgets, and tasks in one place. Have clear communication channels. Your team should never have to guess what's next. Weekly check-ins, updated timelines, and job site reporting keep everything running smoothly. Then track your cash flow. If you don't know exactly what's coming in and going out, you're flying blind. Growth should make your business more profitable, not more chaotic. If your systems aren't ready, you are not ready to scale. The last one is ignoring your numbers. One of the biggest risks is losing sight of the numbers. When a company is overwhelmed with new projects, the focus shifts to getting work done rather than making sure each job is priced correctly and run correctly. This can result in underpricing job, in a rush to win contracts, estimates may be too low, leaving little to no profit margin. If material and labor costs aren't properly accounted for, the company might even end up losing money. Inaccurate estimates, fast-growing companies often don't take the time to refine their estimating process. Without accurate estimates, they might assume they're making money on a job, when in reality, they're barely breaking even, or worse, operating at a loss. Another one is poor job cost tracking. When multiple projects are running at the same time, tracking job costs and comparing budget versus actuals can take a back seat. If a company isn't keeping up with real-time cost data, it won't recognize issues like overspending on materials, labor inefficiencies, or subcontractor overages until it's too late. And applying a low markup to win more bids. Some companies use a low markup strategy to win a lot of bids quickly, believing that volume will make up for lower margins. However, this can be a dangerous trap. If your markup is too low, even a full schedule of jobs will not generate enough profit to sustain operations, cover overhead, or invest in future growth. A high workload with thin margins can also stretch resources too thin, leading to poor quality work and cost rework. Make sure you do not let the numbers get out of control. Hire experts to help you track every penny and make sure that you are staying on track and making healthy profit margins. Want to see if we could be a good fit for this, schedule a call and let's chat. Link to schedule is in the description. So how to fix growth before it kills your business? Let's get to the juicy stuff. This is where the theory of constraints comes in. It's a simple but powerful concept. Your business is only as strong as its weakest link. Imagine a chain. No matter how strong most of the links are, if there's one weak spot, that's where the chain is going to snap under pressure. Your business works the same way. If you scale without fixing the weakest part first, everything will collapse. So how do you apply this to your construction business? Well, step one, identify your biggest bottleneck. That's the number one thing slowing you down. Look at your business and ask yourself, are payments delayed because of bad invoicing systems? Is your crew constantly behind schedule? Are material costs eating away at your profit margins? Like, find the biggest constraint in your business, the thing that's holding you back the most. Step two, strengthen your weakest link. Let's say cash flow is your biggest issue. Instead of taking on more projects and hoping it gets better, fix the way that you manage money first. Implement progress billing so you're not fronting all the costs. Renegotiate with suppliers for better payment terms. Build a cash reserve so you're not scrambling between payments. If labor is your constraint, focus on hiring smarter, not faster. Instead of hiring out of desperation, try to train the team you already have and create clear SOPs so your business doesn't rely on guesswork. Step three, scale only when you're ready. Once you fix your biggest bottleneck, you don't stop there. You reassess, find the next weakest link, and fix that before growing further. Think of it like reinforcing a building. You wouldn't stack more floors on a weak foundation, right? You strengthen the structure first. That's how you build a business that can actually handle growth. Some final thoughts. Growth is good. Only if you do it right. Most contractors fail not because they weren't good at what they do, but because they tried to scale before fixing their biggest weaknesses. They built a bigger business on a shaky foundation and it all came crashing down. The good news, you don't have to go through that. If you apply the theory of constraints, find your biggest bottleneck and fix it before scaling, you'll be in a small percentage of construction business owners who grow the right way. So here is my question to you. What's the biggest constraint in your business right now? Drop a comment below and let's talk about how you could fix it. And if you found this helpful, hit subscribe buttons and see you in the next video.